Sanibonani, ngiyanamukela kwisifundo sethu sesiZulu sokuqala. I wish to welcome you in our first IsiZulu lesson that is brought to you by Bonnie Books. If you happen to have any questions regarding this lesson or any questions that you want to ask after this lesson, you may send your question to this email that is provided here, tutoring@bonniebooks.co.za. Isifundo ke sanamhlanje uzobe usethulelwa nguthisha F. Thisha F uzozama ukuthi asebenzise. I'll try to use both languages for you to benefit from that and for you to also get used to IsiZulu terminology as well. Okay. The first lesson that we're going to have today, the topic of our lesson is Amabizo. Okay, we are going to look at Amabizo. Amabizo are your nouns. Okay, I'm sure we all know that Amabizo is the plural form. If it's one noun, we are going to say Ibizo, but when there are many, you're going to say Amabizo. Okay, those are your nouns. Okay, what are we going to learn about nouns? What are we going to learn? Sizofundani ngamabizo. Sizofundani. Okay, we're going to learn, or we're going to try to see if we can recognize nouns. So I'm going to let you, and I'm going to help you know how to recognize nouns in a sentence. And I'm also going to help you to know the different types of nouns, izinhlobo ezahlukene of nouns that we have in IsiZulu. And I'm also going to help you to know how to use them in a sentence. So we are going to be able to recognize, see different types, and know how to use these nouns in a sentence. This is what our lesson is going to be about. Okay. Let's look at this picture that I have here for you. I brought these pictures for you. I have here ibhasi, I have isikhwama, I have ikati, I have imoto, I have amakhekhe. So I'm sure we can all see that these are nouns. Okay, the bag is a noun, the car is a noun, the bus is a noun, the cat is a noun, cakes is a noun. Okay, let's continue and see what is a noun. What do we mean by a noun? What is a noun? I'm sure we're all familiar with the common definition of a noun from English, which says a noun is a name of anything concrete or abstract. It's still the same here in IsiZulu. That is what a noun is. But again, I just want us to look at these sentences first, then so that we can understand clearly how we see a noun in a sentence. Okay, let's look at this first sentence. Ubaba wakhe uhlala eThekwini. Okay, let's see do we have a noun in this sentence? Can you see a noun in this sentence? Yes, there is a noun. Ubaba. Okay, ubaba wakhe uhlala eThekwini. Ubaba there is your noun. Okay, let's go on to the second sentence that I have for you. Umkhulu wakhe uthanda izinkomo kakhulu. Umkhulu wakhe uthanda izinkomo kakhulu. Any nouns that you're seeing here? Yes, I think we do. I think we have two here. Okay, let's look at the first one. Umkhulu is our first noun, and the second noun is izinkomo. So these are our nouns. Okay, how do we see a noun? How do we see that this word is a noun? Not all words are nouns, but how do we see that the word is a noun? Okay, and if we look at these words that I have here, these are my nouns. These are nouns that I have for you. The first one is inja, ikati, umama, ubaba, ibhanoyi, izimoto, umkhumbi, ibhayisikili, isikole, umlomo, umoya, ubisi, isikhathi, amanzi, ubuso, utshani. So these are my nouns. So how do you see these are nouns? Because a noun, all the nouns in IsiZulu, they will begin with the vowel. Look at this. This one begins with an I, and I, or unfortunately a number of them, but this one begins with a U. This one begins with a U. These are my nouns, okay? So a noun, we say a noun has a noun prefix. Okay? It has a noun prefix. All the IsiZulu nouns will have noun prefixes. I'll let you know why these noun prefixes are so important in IsiZulu. But for now, I want you to know that if we say it's a noun, it must have a noun prefix. So the noun prefix is going to make you see whether the noun is in the singular or in the plural form. Okay, let's look at these nouns. Ubaba, we say obaba. Umfana, abafana. Umkhumbi, imikhumbi. Ikati, amakati. Isikole, izikole. Inja, izinja. All these in red are your iziqalo zamabizo, are your noun prefixes. So if we say it's a noun, it must have a noun prefix. And if we say it's a noun, it can either be in the singular or in the plural form. Lingaba sebunyeni, ubunye is singular, or libe sebuningini, or in the plural form. Okay, if we look at nouns, we are going to look at the different types of nouns that we have in IsiZulu. I'm sure even in English we do have different types of nouns. So these are the types of nouns that we have. Amabizonto, amabizoko, amabizo muntu, amabizo mfagela, amabizo qoqa, amabizo ngcube noma mbaxa, amabizo mvama. These are the types of nouns that we have in IsiZulu. But for this lesson today, we're not going to look at all of them. We'll take a few and look at a few and try to understand how we identify those types of nouns. Okay, let's look at the first type of nouns that we have. We have amabizonto. Amabizonto. Into is a thing. So those are the nouns that refer to things. Okay, but what we can see here is that these nouns, they are taken from verb stems. Okay, let's look at our first sentence here. Umdlalo we-pirates uphelile. Umdlalo we-pirates uphelile. Where is our noun here? Lip ibizo lethu. Umdlalo is our noun. Okay, but umdlalo is taken from the verb stem dlala. We all know that dlala means to play, but the game or sport we call umdlalo. So it becomes a ibizonto. Let's look at the second sentence that I have for you. Mina ngithanda umculo kaNasty C. Mina ngithanda umculo kaNasty C. Okay, where is our noun? Umculo. Because it's from the verb stem cula. So it's ibizonto. We say umculo, which is your music. Let's look at the third sentence. Isifundo sesiZulu angisithandi. Isifundo sesiZulu angisithandi. Isifundo is your noun here. From the verb funda. Okay, funda. Okay, funda meaning to learn. So isifundo is a lesson. So isifundo, I don't like a Zulu lesson. So these are your amabizonto, umdlalo, umculo, isifundo. One thing that you will notice with amabizonto, which they all end with an O. O, umculo, isifundo, okay, umdlalo. They all end in an O. Okay, let's look at the next type of nouns that we have again in IsiZulu. We have amabizo muntu. Umuntu is a person. So these are the nouns that are referring to people. But these, like amabizonto, they are also taken from iziqu zesenzo, the verb stems. They're also taken from the verb stems, but these, they refer to people. Like if we look at this first sentence that I have here, umpheki wabo uyagula. Umpheki wabo uyagula. Where is our noun here? It's umpheki. A chef is called umpheki because he cooks. He or she cooks. Pheka is a verb, and then umpheki is a chef. Let's go to the second one. Abafundi base Rosebank bayafunda. Abafundi base Rosebank bayafunda. Where is our noun here? Abafundi. Okay. Learn. Okay. Abafundi. Okay. Okay. It should be learners, not learner. Abafundi, learners. So if it's one learner, we will say umfundi, because here they are many, we say abafundi. Let's go to the next one. Umbhali wencwadi uzohamba kusasa. Umbhali is our noun here. Ibizo umuntu. The person who writes, a writer, an author, we say umbhali. Okay, this is the second type. We said the ibizo umuntu, and we've seen ibizonto. Now we are going to be moving to the third type. Amabizo mfakela are the borrowed words. So I think this word is self-explanatory. It says these words are borrowed. So they are borrowed from other languages. So if we look at these sentences, like the first one says, ngizotenga ubanana kusasa. So if you look at the picture and this word, there is your clue. Ubanana is a borrowed word. Okay, let's look at this one. Bathanda ukuphuza itiye njalo. Okay, tea and the cow, then the cup there are just a clue. Itiye is a borrowed word. Ngizofunda ibhuku elikhulu. Book, and the book is a clue. Ibhuku is a borrowed word. Ufuna ipani elikhulu. Pen, pani. Pani is a borrowed word. Ugqoke amasokisi amnyama. Amnyama, okay. Socks and amasokisi is a clue. Amasokisi is a borrowed word. Ibhayisikili lakhe lifile. Bicycle is a clue, and this is a borrowed word. So we say these are borrowed words because they are borrowed from other languages. Okay. And the next type of nouns that we have are your amabizo mvama. These are just your common nouns. They are nouns that are not derived from any verb stems. Remember we said amabizo muntu, they're derived from verb stems. Amabizonto, they're taken from verb stems. And amabizo mfakela, they are borrowed from other languages. And these are just nouns. Like we will see here, izimbali, okay, isihlahla, amanzi, ulwandle, and namaje. So these are your just Zulu nouns that we have in IsiZulu. And then next, I want you to do this work for me. Go through these sentences on your own, and when you go through them, try and see if you can identify nouns in a sentence. Find out the nouns that you have in each sentence. This one, go look for a noun, write it down, look for the noun, write it down, look for the noun, write it down. Once you have written all these nouns down, just go and check what type of a noun do you think that one is. Okay, if you say here there is a noun here, what type of a noun? A noun here, what type of a noun? Okay, then what type of a noun? Then once you're done, then you can go on to the next slide. You will see your answers, okay? That will help you to compare what you have written and what the actual answer should be. Okay. And then ngiyabonga, thank you.